What's happened to my queen?
She's under medical supervision. She's gonna die, as you know.
She's gonna be fine.
Oh my God! She did die!
No, she didn't!
The royal family's official Twitter account said the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and Queen concert will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow. Woo! Let's go! Give up the Queen! Woo! Smoking on the Queen pack. Here, have some. Have some. Have some. Have some. Have some of the Queen pack. He's having some. Woo! Okay, that Queen pack be hitting different, dude. When Bernie dies, you will ban people who shit on him, hypocritical man-child. I'm sorry. What did the Queen do for you that was positive? Explain to the class what the Queen did for you that you could unironically and remotely compare to someone who at least is like a fucking real socialist. There's of course a difference between someone like the motherfucking Queen, a relic of the monarchy, a symbol of unfettered power, colonialism, bloodshed, the world's largest landlord. Like this 96-year-old broad croaking can never ever change your life in a meaningful capacity. Now go ahead, compare that to someone who just wants you to have healthcare. They're not even British. Bro, are you serious? You're mad and you're not even British? I'm not English, so I don't really know, but she's an old legend. Come on, dude. Bro, you are the most cuck motherfucker on the planet, dude. That's crazy. Do not dick ride the royals on my watch, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't do it. You should really be respectful. There are people who recently are really affected by this. This is our 9/11. Queen Elizabeth impersonators speak out against the recent health concerns to the British monarch. Bro, this is the greatest thing. This is the greatest. This is like, I feel like God gave me a gift, okay? I'm not like a big God guy, but goddamn, sometimes you got me. Allah, you got me sometimes, okay? Like how? What? People are reacting in the way that you would expect them to react in the most comical capacity. It's fucking awesome, dude. It's one of those people that's just like automatically bad. We as a society decided long ago, you might like capitalism, you might like communism, you might like, you know, whatever the fuck you like. Maybe you're an Austrian economist. But ultimately, this is one thing that we are all supposed to agree on, that the monarchy is bad. Like, you might be a crystal mommy, you might be a gun-loving daddy, you might be a Trump supporter, you might be one of those guys that says like straight pride parade, like why can't we have that? Or you might be one of those people who goes to the gay pride parade. Ultimately, we all have decided collectively in the 21st century that the monarchy is ridiculous. Now, of course, there's only one group of people that have decided, or a couple different groups of people that have decided it's not so ridiculous. You can have a constitutional monarchy. And those people are British. And they blew a 13 colony lead. So today we can all celebrate, and if you're British yourself, if you're from the UK, you should also join in on the fun and just like, you know, act like you're not a part of the people that are bent out of place and upset. Because it's silly. It's a silly thing to get upset on behalf of this ancient institution that is a living, breathing representation of like all of the worst aspects of humanity. Killing each other, enslaving one another, fighting one another, colonizing and exploiting and extracting natural resources, like all the shit that the United States of America does right now. The Queen is a living, breathing symbol of that. So everyone should be able to laugh at that, at the demise of one. At the age of 96, like, I mean, she lived a wonderful life. You know what I mean? Too long. That's why people are celebrating like this. Look at this. Look at this shit. This is real. Look at this. This guy finds out the Queen is dead. Look at this. He's fucking Fortnite dancing. I mean, they're not even a symbol. They're like actively participating, you know? Let's take a motherfucking look at what the BBC said today. Obviously, they're going to be very solemn. They're going to be very sad. And we're going to make fun of them. Let's take a look.
This is BBC News from London. Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. In a statement, the palace said the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow. BBC Television is broadcasting this special programme reporting the death of Her Majesty the Queen.
They They made a queen fan cam, dude. Okay, see, this is why I did what I did. Do you understand? Because my celebration is infinitely fucking funnier. I'm doing pack watch memes, and these fucking nerds over there are like, oh no, the fucking queen is dead. The fucking queen is dead. You heard the fucking news. You're just salty because you can't be at the Buckingham Palace intermittently clapping. How sad is this? If it wasn't for the queen, you would have no USA to move to. Show some gratitude. Yeah, that's right. Connor on that grind, baby.
Oh, the spotlight. He was.
Oh shit!
Sliver.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, Henry, turn it off! Oh no! Shout out to her family.
Shout out to her family. Most honor-filled photo of her. No shot did the Funko Pop account come out of the gate swinging. Is this even like a positive?
The Queen caught the virus in February 2022. She told medics and bereaved families about the effect it had had on her.
It does leave one very tired and exhausted, doesn't it?
But there were other things that troubled her that the Queen would never share in
Prince Andrew and racism! Prince Andrew and racism, they're bouldering her. This is the most, they're reading her to filth. The BBC bringing up the Meghan, I guess like Meghan Markle, they're bringing up as like, you know, that's justifiable. Like she was really racist towards her. It actually like, that really hurt her health. You know what I mean? But also the Prince Andrew's moment, that's great. Nonsense.
The Queen's gone through a really major life event, losing a life partner. And it's not uncommon that we hear
What do you
stories
mean? What do you mean? Her husband was barely alive anyway. Also, that was her cousin. That was her cousin. Oh, she lost her life partner. Her fucking cousin, dog. They were related.
A month afterwards, she undertook what would be one of her last public engagements, the opening of a hospice in Windsor. The decline in the Queen's health was slow and not easily noticeable.
Wow, such an evil opening up a hospice, R.I.P. Bozo, I guess? She's the fucking queen, you dingus. What do you mean? She opened up a hospice. Shut the fuck up, bitch. It's not like she built it, dummy. They just put her fucking name on it. What'd she do? She was just born. That's it. That's her biggest accomplishment.
From Balmoral, where in the last hour or two, people have been coming to lay flowers and to stand and to think about the monarch.
Oh, it's such a sad day. What a fucking sad day, mate. Dude, remember when I was there like a couple months ago and was just like asking people if the Queen had fucking died? Oh, and people were getting so mad. They're like, no, the Queen is not dead. I don't think she's dead.
She's been part of my life forever.
Oh my God, he's crying. What a fucking bitch.
And, you know, you hope that you appreciate that, you know, her age, it was expected at some point.
Dude, especially if you are, especially if you're like Desi,
I'm absolutely
and you ride for the Queen.
And I actually didn't think.
Like, do you have no sense of shame, dude? What the fuck? Oh yeah, this is a fun royal family fact. Fun royal family fact: Queen Elizabeth had two severely disabled first cousins who were publicly pronounced dead in 1940 and 1961, respectively. But they both actually lived in a care home with no visits or support from the royal family until their actual deaths in 1986 and 2014. The family never sent the girls a birthday or Christmas cards or Christmas gifts or whatever. When one died in 1986, none of her family attended the funeral. Her grave was marked with plastic tags and serial number until her existence was revealed in the media, after which the family added a gravestone. The woman received no money from the family other than 125 quid paid to their hospital each year. Just unbelievably cruel. Yeah, they were trapped in a mental hospital for the rest of their fucking lives, right? Now let me just explain something to you. Here's a picture of Queen Elizabeth and Aden. The Queen ruled over South Yemen as a colony in which native Yemenis were separated from public image while white Britons lingered around as if it was their own country. You can't fucking, here's why. You can't fucking say, oh man, I'm so sad she died. Because by the very definition, her job was to be the normalizing face of the monarchy, of British colonial power, of British imperialism, holding on desperately, clinging on for dear life. If you're a leftist in any meaningful capacity, LARPing or fighting for the monarch or even feeling kind of sad for the monarch, even if it's for a brief fucking moment, you're out of your mind. Because they also routinely position themselves against any kind of communist, socialist, trade unionist movement as well. Because the monarchs were yet another representation of the concentration of power at the tippy top. That's why I've always said the main difference between a monarchistic system, a theocratic monarchy versus a capitalist system is that a capitalist system creates intergenerational wealth and has the similar structures. However, the main guiding belief that anchors capitalism is the lie of meritocracy. The main anchoring belief system within a theocratic monarchy is that God chose Queen Elizabeth to be the chosen one to rule over the land, right? But in a capitalist structure, it's meritocracy. So if you're a socialist, if you're a leftist, if you're an anti-capitalist of any variety, you should never even look at a monarch and be like, oh yeah, that's great. I can't believe it. You're being kind of rude right now. No, of course, they're the worst of the worst. And it's so bad that even capitalists understand that they're bad, or they're supposed to understand. But some capitalists at the very least recognize how fucking cuck they are and how much they love licking the boot, that they themselves will find themselves defending the monarchy. Here, let's talk a little bit more. Also, dude, any country that has like seen the negative consequences of British rule or governance is gonna have a lot to say today. Al Jazeera Plus says the Queen Elizabeth ascended to the throne in 1952, becoming the head of state in 70 plus territories through the British colonial legacy. Think about that. That's crazy. She didn't do nothing. You know, crawled out of her mother's pussy and boom. Blammo. 70 plus territories, brother. And by the end of her reign, she still maintained queen status over 14 Commonwealth states, having been removed as head of state in several, most recently Barbados. At the time of Queen Elizabeth's coronation, President Dwight Eisenhower was in the White House. She has spent time with every U.S. president except Lyndon Johnson. 15 U.K. prime ministers held office during her reign. Queen Elizabeth had an estimated net worth of $500 million plus holdings in estates worth about $25 billion in 2019. This includes Buckingham Palace worth over $1 billion and Balmoral Castle worth nearly $70 million. The average UK citizen makes about $43,300. Prince Charles is now going to inherit the British throne at the young, blossoming age of 73, father of the Queen Elizabeth. He and his family will also inherit the Queen's estimated $500 million fortune and receive the annual sovereign grant, which was $116.7 million in 2021. King Charles III is now head of state in 14 countries outside the UK, a legacy of British colonization. But some have indicated plans to cut those ties in Jamaica. Officials have said they plan to become a republic and seek $10 billion in reparations for the slave trade. If you are, especially in the United States of America, it's the one good thing we did. It's the one thing that you can quite literally look to and say, that was a good thing. That's part of the reason why I will sometimes say, look, the founding fathers, racist. The founding fathers had slaves. Founding fathers, not great guys. Didn't build a very good foundation for this country. But the one good thing they did was do this to the fucking monarchy, okay? They did this. So if you're an American, today is a day to rejoice. Today is not a day to mourn the fucking monarchy. What's wrong with you? You did it. Your forefathers did it. It's kind of the whole point of our little project here is to say, suck my dick to the fucking British Empire. And you're over here being like, oh, it's a little fucked up, right? I mean, she's a queen after all, whatever. Like, why? Why do you have peasant brain? It's the one dub that you can take home. You can take that dub to the fucking bank, dude, okay? The Queen's England is today waging another war against Yemen together with the US and Saudi Arabia and the UAE, by the way, other colonial remnants, colonial projects of the United States Empire in collaboration, in cahoots with the British Empire. The war is now in its 7th year in Yemen. So remember that. There's a man-made genocide famine happening in Yemen right now as a consequence of the colonial remnants. Another theocratic monarchy launching absolute bloody warfare. But here, let's look at some other people celebrating. They're saying Lizzie's in a box. Ace fucking football. Ace football time, mate. Ace football. Nations, everyone in England is distracted. It's the perfect time to get your stuff back from the British Museum. Reminder that Queen Elizabeth is not a remnant of colonial times. She was an active participant in colonialism. She actively tried to stop independence movements, and she tried to keep newly independent colonies from leaving the Commonwealth. The evil she did was enough. Here, let's take a look. Here's DW News. This is from June. This woman was tortured with axes during Kenya's struggle for independence from British colonial rule. Just after Queen Elizabeth II assumed the throne, there might be TOS in this, I don't remember, so I'm just gonna full screen it for a second. Mathoni's husband was a rebel fighting the British colonizers. British troops tortured her, hoping she would give up her husband's location. But Mathoni was eventually caught by British troops. Look at that. That sure looks like a concentration camp, doesn't it? That's one of the craziest things on this planet that we rarely ever consider, rarely ever discuss. I've talked about this before, but like, these motherfuckers invented the concentration camps originally. It wasn't the German Nazis. The Nazis saw that and were like, that's great, we're gonna take that. They looked at what England had done in Africa, and they looked at what America was doing in the fucking South, okay? And they were like, that's kind of tight. We should do that. Her reign as queen is older than the oldest African colony to gain independence. Her reign is older than Ghana, and she'd been queen for 4+ years when the Gold Coast gained independence. When Nkrumah was attempting to turn the Gold Coast into the Republic of Ghana, she tried to stop it. Do not allow anyone to distort this history claiming that she allowed for independence on the continents. Independence was won despite her attempts to stop it. In fact, when her father died, she was on a tour of the colonies attempting to discourage independence movements. It is mind-blowing to you that on the last actual colonizer is still alive and ruling today. Remember that most of your African countries are younger than some of our grandparents. My grandparents became adults while Ghana was still a colony named the Gold Coast. Whatever you think of the queen, a human being with loved ones passed away today, show some respect. Picture unrelated. Picture very much related.
I mean, I think it's pretty sad, like, when anyone kind of gets in that position, like, you wouldn't want that to happen to your own family member. But I'm not, like, the biggest fan of the Queen or just, like, the monarchy in general, so I wasn't, like, that upset or overwhelmed by it. It was just something that happens, I guess.
You're not the biggest fan of the monarchy. I wonder why.
Mainly to do with like British, like colonial history, things like that. A lot of things that have gone on.
There's a couple of Americans over here as well who are on holiday here from Cleveland, and I just wonder, what did you guys think when you first heard the news that the Queen is under medical supervision?
Well, we were surprised. Here we are on a holiday, and then all of a sudden all this hubbub comes, which is, kind of different dynamic for your typical tourism day.
Shut up, dumbass. God, Americans are so stupid, dude. God, Americans are, Well, I mean, that is the most goated American take, though. It's like, well, kind of ruins my vacation. Amerifats are so funny. Kind of ruined my vacation, huh? You up and died. You up and croaked, and you fucking ruined my vacation. I was gonna go to Buckingham Palace. That's a bit of an L for the Brits, you know? Your entire glorious empire has turned into basically a Disneyland ride. She ain't seeing this, I'll tell you that much. Yup. Please be respectful when talking about the Queen. She was a head of state, a monarch, a mother to multiple pedophiles, and most importantly, a devoted cousin to her husband. What a banger. Don't forget how she nobly and selflessly took money from the public and charities because she wanted to spend more. She wanted more spending money. Yeah, she was a rich hag who will live till 96, never pay for the shit she did, and allow fuck the Queen and fuck the bootlickers. Thank you. Rambo's tweet. Guys, what do I do? I'm American in the UK. Do I have to console people or something? It's crazy. I'm British and my mom was like, she's done so much for this country and all I could do is watch and nod. What has she done? Be the fucking queen? Like, she didn't do anything. God, we are so... Maybe this is the reason why we were just like feudal peasants for so fucking long, dude. It's this attitude. It's this attitude that is that plays such a fundamental role in our everyday existence. It's like kind of wild to see. We just kind of love the boot, man. Jeff Bezos just realized that people in power can only control how much praise they get while they are alive. This is someone supposedly working to make the world better? I don't think so. Wow. I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating. Yeah, Jeff Bezos is like upset. I wonder why Jeff Bezos is upset that the Queen is getting bad coverage in her death.
And lastly, you kind of addressed this already, but I'm just wondering the British public support for King Charles. How much support does he have right now? Coming out, of course, after the Queen's death.
Yeah, he's really sad right now, dude. How can we support the new king? What do you mean? How about you don't have to support the new king? Like, what kind of... Dude, these are old-ass individuals, and they're having, like, a parasocial relationship with a bunch of pedophile warlords, dude. Like, at least K-pop stans have a parasocial relationship with people that are, like, making good art. These old-ass motherfuckers are having a parasocial relationship with, like, literally bloodthirsty motherfuckers. Like... There was a total silence outside the Buckingham Palace as the news broke, and then the crowds broke in the song God Save the King. The King, send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign. Dude, British British people are so ugly. Oh my God. Like, it's the royalists, the monarchists, like monarchy supporters, like, look, oh my Lord, dude. They're all like 25 years old, but look like they're 70. What is going on in your country, man? I can't get over this. Is just such a big L for the entire country, dude. It's such a big L, dude. A gigantic fucking L for the country. Just having this. Feel bad for Tommy, though. He's a good one, that lad. He's a good lad. That's it. Just show this photo to people when they go, man, really fucked up of you guys to just like be defending or be making fun of the queen dying. You're the real evil one. It's like, bro, are you kidding me? Look at this. Why do you think so many people are fucking celebrating all around the goddamn planet, dude? Why? I love people saying she was also a person. She quite literally was a monarch, thought to be the descendant of God and not just a person. Yeah, it's weird, man. Huh.